This is John Groves coming to you from my home studio. And for today's Bible talk, we want to pursue the subject of Samuel's call further. We want to examine its interpretation, what I might call the metaphorical and metaphysical aspects. To set the stage, I'd like to share another painting with you. This one is by Sir Joshua Reynolds, a British painter from the 18th century, very highly regarded. Here he is displaying the figure of Samuel as he is taking in the Lord's call. This painting now resides on loan at the Knowle House in Kent, England, and on loan to the National Trust to the United Kingdom. Another very dramatic pose. Perhaps the best description I can offer for making sense of a call is to think of the word vocation. It is derived from the Latin vocatio, which means to call. We think of vocation as a professional undertaking, very possibly a career to which one is called. A person responds to the call for service in a particular area as he or she is led by inner and external voices. Within the cacophony of the many voices to which we are exposed today, there is a need to discern which voices to heed and which to ignore. In Samuel's case, the Lord's call was sudden, persistent, and ominous, and it came at a time when it was deemed rare. But the message was clear, and it was delivered in clear and unmistakable terms. It marked the beginning of Samuel's prophetic office. He was to guide the people of Israel through their struggles with oppressive neighbors like the Philistines. I think of it as possible, but highly unlikely, that we will have experiences where the Lord, as an external being, speaks directly to us, as seems to have occurred with Samuel. But we all have occasion to respond to the various messages we receive about the directions we should take with our lives. What kind of work we should pursue, who our friends and intimate partners should be, and where should we live and how. These are just some of the matters we best reserve and resolve for ourselves. It is our Christ within that is the very voice we should heed. Charles Fillmore does not define the terms call or calling in his Metaphysical Bible Dictionary or his Revealing Word. But there is a lesson dating back to December of 1926 in which Fillmore states the following about our story. The dominant thought, how to get in conscious touch with the higher self, the Jehovah mind, and he's referring here to our divine mind, the soul develops spiritually by giving attention or listening to the promptings of the inner man. Samuel represents one in the beginning of soul unfoldment. One in this stage of unfoldment often seems to hear strange voices when awaking from sleep. The vibrations from within impinge upon the ear, and the mind, according to its custom, interprets their source as being in the outer. The mind learns finally that the higher self, the Son of God within, is speaking. In these endeavors, then, what is the best guidance to follow? I posit that it's our experiences, values, beliefs, and desires all play a part in helping us hone the messages and directions we should follow. With practice, our callings from within will shape our creativity and the manifestation or realization of our intentions for the greater good of our world. Until next time, this is John Groves signing off.